Yo, it's the coach, just tucking into a bit of brain fuel. Here it is. It looked a lot nicer than that. It's you got a bit of buckwheat there with a bit of lentils on the top. Yeah, it tastes okay. It's not Ramsay, not Jamie Oliver, but what it does do is it gets the job done in terms of fueling me, getting my brain sorted, and getting me ready to crack on with the rest of the day. Everything is done to time when you're doing things the exam coach way. 20-minute stress reliever. That's what we're doing right now. I'll leave that right here. So, really what I'm trying to get at here with this whole brain fuel thing is people underestimate how important diet, this little baby, liquid thinking, take a bit now actually. It's the one and only Snoop Dogg. How important this stuff all is to exam performance, because when I was at school or doing my exams at uni, whenever really, during my time in education, it was always seen as, there's all these other things that we like doing, like sports, like creative performances, arts, drama, theatre, whatever you're interested in really. You could even look at things like DJing. There is a level of preparation that is put in there. There's something that you've got to do beforehand. So if you're playing footy, you clearly want to, you want to have something carbs related maybe. I'm not an expert on nutrition, but you'd want to have something that's going to give you a bit of fuel before the game. And then right before the game, you want to do your warm-up, so you're in good nick, muscles are loose, and you're ready to bang a few in from 30 yards. That's the whole idea. But with exams, nobody bats an eyelid at that stuff. And then at the end of it all, you land yourself in D-Town, and you're wondering why you didn't get the result you wanted. And that's because you know why it is, because you haven't done the preparation that you do for every other thing that you want to perform well in. And because exams have this stigma of, they're not cool, the cool kid in school's gonna call you a gimp or something like that, which, to be honest, doesn't faze me at all. It's the one and only Snoop Dogg. I was confident enough in myself and my social skills and whatever else I had going on at school. At uni it completely changes anyway, because everybody's quite on board with that, because they're doing subjects that, they don't absolutely love, maybe all of them, but they've elected to do that at a university, so it suggests they actually do care about academic studies. But I know at school you get people who literally just couldn't give a toss, full stop, just do not care. And they'll do stuff to make that known to other people, how much they don't care. And some people give them kudos for just being that. There's always that dude, that girl who just doesn't care at all, and everybody will be like, oh, that was jokes, when Barry walked out of physics today because he just doesn't care at all about his results, and he told Mr. Watsit to do one. And you can laugh at that stuff, but you look at Baz now. I've seen him. I know what Baz is like now. And I'd rather be me than him. I can tell you that. A million miles. So that's the truth. I'm just speaking the truth here. And whether Baz regrets it or not, I don't really care. I don't care about Baz, what he's doing. And all I care about is that he chose to make that decision in school. Fair enough, mate. If you know what you're doing, do it. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to crack on and do my own thing, because I believe in this stuff. I believe that, applying yourself to the same measure as you would in any other performance sport or activity, and transferring that across to your exams and doing it the right way, doing it properly, only for 2 or 3 months, it's not the whole year, really, really does make a difference. So think about that. Think about that. Are you following someone else's model, or have you really thought through about you know, where you want to be 5, 10, 15 years down the line, and where is that person going to be? Because I wondered about this so much when I was at school. Like, am I missing out on something? Do I not know something that everybody else does? Am I just, you know, I worked hard. I began to work really hard in my school studies, because beforehand I did think that other people knew something that I didn't, and I was just like, oh, fair enough, it'll be contacts, everything's going to work out fine, you don't need these exam things, they're fine, and you know, there's nothing else actually to learn from the process of doing exams, they're just completely useless. I actually believed that, and that's just incorrect from what I've found. You may disagree with me and say that I don't care at all about exams, that's fine. I'm not going to tell you what to think. I'm just going to say that if I was speaking to the, you know, 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old me at the moment, so the whole idea of these exam coach workouts really is to reset. So you can see I'm getting my heart rate up a bit, and what it does is I'm just refreshing my brain. Like, I've had a cracking morning. I've done lots of work, and especially, you know, when the coach was doing his exams, this is so important because you can get bogged down. And what happens is people don't come out and they don't do their workout, and they delay because they think that by doing this 20 minutes they could be revising, or they're just panicking because they haven't got enough work done in the morning. The exam coach way is you just always got to go and get that 20 minutes in no matter what, because the benefit it has to you in terms of resetting the body clock and just resetting your brain and clearing your mind is unbelievable. And then you go back to the desk and you just smash it, and that it really is that simple. You hit 20 minutes, you hit it hard, you go intense. Obviously I'm cheating here a bit, I'm taking my break too long, but I'm going to get back to it now. And those principles and practices are so useful for everything later in life, because it teaches you how to work, how to create routine, how to create consistency on a daily basis. And that's absolutely crucial in whatever you're going into. And you've got to say, okay, I'm gonna plot my own course here. I believe in these things called exams. I believe in the principles and the practices they instill for later in life. And whatever I'm going to do later up here, exams are down here, but these are really going to help me build up building blocks. The other group of people who don't want to do exams and don't want to do anything that they're passionate about in their free time are trying to make this cosmic leap up to there, and it does not work. I can tell you that. I've seen it. People have come out of school and they've said, you know what, I'm just going to turn it on just like that. I'm going to turn it on just like that. And you cannot do it because you have not put in the time, the effort, the consistency. You have not built up the routines, the rituals, the ways of doing things, the strategies, whatever you want to call them, that you need. And one of them is hard work. I always say hard work is a skill. You can't just start working hard. You can't, because the level that someone who has been working hard for 5-10 years, what they call hard work, compared to someone who's just started on day one, is completely different things. So for example, like the CEO of a Fortune 500 or FTSE 100 company is going to be putting in shifts that I won't even be able to really get my head around in terms of efficiency and effectiveness. And you know, that takes time. For me, if I did want to develop that kind of work ethic and practice to develop, and the same goes for you. You can't just go into something and just be like, oh, I'm passionate about this, I'm just going to work. You've got to learn the practices, and the way you do that, one of the ways of doing it is through exams. And that's why I'd recommend screwing your head on, paying attention, and cracking on the exam coach way.